guys, this is Amy with Keto Life, and today I'm going to be making white bread chaffles. These are basic chaffles, perfect for your sandwiches, and they taste a lot like white bread, and they definitely have the texture of white bread. Now, I had a subscriber named Brandy on my channel request, what do I like for white bread? Well, I typically make either my cheesy chia chaffle for sandwiches or my red lobster biscuit for chaffles sandwiches. Those work really, really well. And I've seen a lot of white bread, like the Wonder white bread chaffle recipes, and I hadn't ever tried them. So today I decided to get in the kitchen and give it a whirl. Well, I wasn't real impressed with the recipes that I tried, so I decided just to start from scratch and make my own and improve them just a little bit for flavor and taste. So, and I know that's different for everyone. Some people may love the recipes that are already out there, and that's awesome. I just wanted to show sort of my spin on it. So I have two different white bread recipes, and I will show you one with almond flour, one with coconut flour. And I will show you what other items I add to just make it taste a little bit better. So let's get started. All right, so we're gonna start with our egg first, except we are using egg white. This, in my opinion, is what makes them not taste eggy, so definitely give this a shot. If you make like a white bread chaffle with egg yolk, chances are it's gonna taste eggy because you're not really adding a whole lot of other ingredients or flavors. You're really just tasting your egg and your whatever flour you use. So as you can see, it doesn't leave a whole lot of room for it to not taste eggy. So here's what we're going to add. 3 tablespoons of egg white is equal to 1 large egg. And thank you to one of my other subscribers for pointing that out to me, because I didn't realize it until she said that. So here's 3 in each bowl. And we got these at Costco. They're the Kirkland, and we bought like 6 of them, and they last really well. All right, so there's our egg whites, and to that we are going to add 1 heaping teaspoon of mayonnaise. Whatever mayonnaise you guys use, I'm not going to even get into I'm not even going to get into brands. Whatever you use on your journey, okay? So let's just put our mayonnaise in. We're going to do a pinch of salt in each one. We're going to be doing 1 tablespoon of cream cheese in each one. I heat this up in the microwave for 5 seconds, so it is warm. We're doing 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder in each one. And we're going to add, what I noticed was lacking in the recipes that I tried was just a teeny hint of sweetness. So I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of peor sweetener. Peor, or you could use classic monkfruit or whatever sweetener you like. But I definitely found that it needed just a hint of sweetness. Okay, for our almond flour, I'm using the blanched super fine almond flour. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of almond flour. Whoops, I just spilled some. And then to our other bowl, we're going to add just 1 tablespoon of coconut flour. So 1 tablespoon coconut flour over here, 2 tablespoons almond flour over here. So what I like to add to give it just a little more bread-like substance and fiber is 1/2 teaspoon of psyllium husk. It just helps give it a little bit more bread-like texture. It's optional. You do not have to add this. It's going to be good with or without it. All right, so let's mix these up. We're going to start with our coconut flour. I had to remember which one was which. There you go, a nice pretty batter there. If you need to thicken your batter, I would just add about a half a teaspoon of water to make it a little bit thicker. It's totally up to you. Depends if you put just a little bit too much psyllium husk in there, because that's going to soak it up. You could see it's starting to get thick. So I'm just going to add a little splash of water. So if you add a half a teaspoon of psyllium husk, add a half a teaspoon of water, and that will be perfect. So that one is ready. Let's go ahead and stir up our other one. And I'll just make this one without psyllium husk so you can see the difference. And a couple other fun things you can add is you could add in some chia seeds if you have them. Those make a really, they give it kind of like a nice little crunch. So you can add those in as well. Whatever you think you would like. So now we're ready to make our white bread, and I have stepped it up a notch. I have 2 chaffle makers now. So I am like in full chaffle production here. It's so helpful, especially for when you're experimenting. Oh, it's so helpful. Okay, so I'm going to add in, okay, the right one is almond flour, and it's always a little bit thinner. So one thing I learned, if you think that you're going to overflow because of your baking powder or whatnot, just let your dash sit open for a little while and just let it cook from underneath and then close it. And usually that will prevent overflow. That's just one little tip I kind of discovered on my own there. All right, so I'm going to take, you can see this is much thicker, so I'm going to take, kind of make this into 2 separate little blobs of dough. And I'm going to go ahead and scoop this onto my dash. I'm going to be making sloppy joes, and so this was perfect timing, Brandy. I needed a white bread for sloppy joes, and I was kind of thinking sesame seeds would be really nice. Ooh, that one I got too close to my other dash there. So I'm going to go ahead and close that one, and this one looks good. I'm going to go ahead and close that one. So we've got coconut flour here, and we've got almond flour here. So I'm super excited to show you guys. Here's my experiment chaffles. These are the ones with chia seed. Do you see how they're like, look at that. It's just like bread, right? It seems a lot like bread. Now these ones I made before I added a little bit of sweetener, because after I tasted them, I'm like, you know, they have a great bread, you know, consistency, but they need just a hint of sweetener and salt. So that's what I did. And then this one is my other one. I can't remember which one's which now, but this one's really bread-like. And I really, really liked this one, and I put a little bit of sweetener in it, but it was just a little bit too sweet. So I reduced my sweetener down to like 1/4 teaspoon. So really, really, really like this one. I think this one was the almond flour. So yeah, really, really good, you guys. I think you're gonna like them. And these come out so nicely. There's that side. Really, really nice. You can let them get more golden brown. Put our other one here. Now another good test sure would be to know how do these freeze. And can you toast them? I'm sure you could toast them. They seem to really hold up nicely like a bread consistency. So I do think you could definitely toast these. There we go. Okay, that one looks really, really nice, like a real nice piece of white bread with the crust. So we'll put that one on the left side. That one is our almond flour. So the almond flour seems to be my running favorite, but I know Brandy was asking for coconut flour, although you really cannot taste the almond flour at all. If you use blanched, maybe that's the trick for you, Brandy, is try blanched almond flour. To me, it's very light and mild tasting. So I'm super excited to do my sloppy joes because I've been craving them. So definitely be on the lookout. I'll probably post that as a separate recipe for you guys, just because it's, you know, like a whole meal idea in itself. So I will look for that recipe. If you are missing sloppy joes, we'll have that coming up real soon. So I definitely think that the almond flour is my favorite. But if you like the coconut flour, go ahead and try that one. I think it definitely has a really beautiful bread-like consistency, and it tastes great. Just the tiny bit of sweetness really makes me feel like it tastes like bread. Wow, it's really like a hamburger bun to me. If you think it still tastes eggy, what I would recommend is that you add some type of seasoning, whatever seasoning you think will complement your sandwich, whether it is garlic salt or garlic powder, onion powder, maybe some Italian seasoning, whatever you think you would like for in your bread, you know, and season your batter, because that's the trick to making the chaffles not taste eggy. That's my last almond flour one. See, these come out so nice, so consistent. They're not hard at all. They're very soft in the middle, but they have enough structure on the outside to hold up for your sandwich. So in one of my vlogs, like just the other night, I went to Arby's and I was gonna have the roast beef with au jus. And I said, ooh, I'm gonna really quickly make up some my red lobster biscuit chaffles to make a sandwich so I can actually dip. And it was so good. And these would be equally as good. So yeah, delicious. I'll link that vlog so you can see what I did at Arby's, but it was amazing. All right, guys, so that is going to do it. Here are my coconut flour white bread chaffles and my almond flour white bread chaffles where I've nibbled here. They're both amazing. I'm really happy with how these turned out, and I think you guys will too. So give it a shot, make some sandwiches today, and let me know what you think. These would be so amazing for tuna sandwiches, deli sandwiches, sloppy joes, ham and cheese, you name it. These are going to be amazing. So here you have it, white bread sandwich chaffles. Thanks so much for watching. Please, if you like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up and share it with someone that's craving bread on their keto journey, because you will be their hero. Also, don't forget, and I will link it here in the cards, I have a playlist with over 37 chaffle recipes that I have personally created myself, and I would love for you to try them out and let me know what you think. So that is going to do it for me today. I'm going to get to work on making my sloppy joes. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and have an awesome keto day.